Pero tama ito si Ma'am Josephine, money and machinations of people in power working against the VP. I'm not saying that this is accurate, ha? But what I'm saying is that we cannot afford to ignore it either. Now, tingin ko dyan is, sobrang lakas pa rin ni VP Inday because the congressmen and the senators are afraid of the people who support her, who back her up. Diba? So it is necessary na yung pag-contextualize dito ay may pitik din kay VP Inday, may pitik din kay former president. What can we do to help the Vice President? Parating yung tinatanong yan sa akin. What can we do? Pero yung idea nyo ng what can we do ay magsampa ng kaso sa hukuman. Not everything goes to court. Not every solution is a legal solution. There are political solutions and yes, there are comms solutions. So what do? You keep talking. This is only a small period in time, which means things will change. In fact, that's the rule. Things will be changing. So if you want to push the Vice President back to the level of confidence prior to this period, then you have some work to do. Today, lumabas po ang survey ng, syempre nakalimutan ko, buksan, ano ba? Ito, Pulse Asia. So, at may significant decline doon sa ilang mga top officials. Although, kumbaga, striking distance yung top 3, the President, Vice President, and the Senate President, the House Speaker remains the cellar dweller, so to speak. Ilagay natin sa ano natin, sa screen natin. So dito makikita natin, in short, ito yung factual backdrop niya. Kumbaga, ito yung konteksto. Bago ito, during and the time that before they took the survey, may 2 impeachment complaints na against the Vice President, graft and corruption, bribery, betrayal of public trust. Malacanang denied any involvement in these complaints. And ang nakalagay dito is that were filed following the Vice President's continued refusal to explain the use of confidential funds. Now, itong phrasing na ito will certainly have an impact on the on the survey results, yung continued refusal to explain the use of confidential funds. Now, for the moment, assume natin that the questions are objective. Although we must note that these questions do not appear to be ganun ka, how do you call this? It may have an impact doon sa kanilang sa kanilang mga tinatanungan. Okay? And dito din po yung NBI subpoena to the Vice President. Tapos, yung mga pinirmahan ng presidente, tingnan nyo yung pagka-state dito sa sa survey results, yung tinatawag nating context. Amid the continuing tension in the WPS, President signs 2 laws defining the extent and boundaries. To further encourage investments, President signed on November 11 corporate recovery and tax incentives. Yan. EO74, ban on offshore. Former President Rodrigo Duterte, please take note of the wordings, is investigating. During the said hearing, the ex-president dared the ICC to come to the Philippines to investigate him. Take note of the wording dared. For all his alleged crimes against humanity related to his admin's anti-illegal drugs campaign. Latter also found himself in hot water with the DOJ and the AFP for remarks he made during the press conference. Is this factual? The term itself, hot water, implies that he's already in trouble. But actually, that is not clear yet. When you are under investigation, there is no charge. And as a matter of fact, you can still presume, or the presumption should be, for the investigating officers to believe that nothing yet has been proven and therefore you need to investigate. So, finally appeared in hot water. For his part, E.S. Bersamin called the latter's remarks as unacceptable. He also asked the military until when will continue to support a drug addict of a president. Okay. So the way it is written, there are very clear delineations of the negative and positive and which officials are under the burden of negativity. So it indicates also in power rate hike, U.S. presidential election, etc. What is important for us here are the whys also. So ito yung awareness and performance. Performance for the president, 48 ang approval, Sara Duterte 50, Francis Escudero 53, Ferdinand Martin Romualdez 25. Now, if you will note dito sa factual backdrop, walang banggit of either the House Speaker or the Senate President. Primarily, it is the president, the former president, and the vice president. So this will provide us with context about the results here. Trust awareness and trust rating. Big trust, 47 for the president. VP Sara, 49. Francis Escudero Cheese, 51. Ferdinand Martin Romualdez, 21. So lahat daw, more or less, bumaba. Senate President maintains. So dito, broken down by geographical locations, by geography. The president hits big in NCR, 51%. The Senate President at 60%. The Vice President, 34%. And House Speaker, 24%. So, VP Sara, hindi siya lamang sa NCR. So, we know where the problem areas are. Balance Luzon, 40%. A little better. Visayas, again, also a little better, 51%. And if you will look at Mindanao, 80%. Across classes, more or less. But she hits it big in Class E. Right? She's still okay in A, B, C, and D, but really big in Class E. Trust. Dito yung breakdown. Trust for NCR, 34. So parehong almost the same. Ito. Notable changes in public opinion regarding the work and trustworthiness of these leading government officials occurred between September and November 2024, both at the national levels and across select subgroupings. But from September to November, there's also significant changes in the level of ambivalence. The rise in distrust rating of the vice president. Ambivalence, what does it mean? It's going, kumbaga, this or that. Increase in disapproval for the president, especially in Mindanao, 12 and 14%. So nakikita natin yung mga bailiwicks nagre-respond. But the president's bailiwick does not indicate a marked increase. In other words, nag-share siya, Balance Luzon, NCR, Visayas, more or less, tingnan niyo, sa trust, NCR 53, Balance Luzon 62, bailiwick yan. For the Vice President, 34 and 37. Visayas, more or less, they're at par. And in Mindanao, he's at 14% and she's at 81%. So, nagkakampihan na. Yun yung nakikita natin dito. Disapproval for and distrust in House Speaker Romualdez became more pronounced September to November 2024. So, he's rising in the horizon as the villain dito. What we need to look at are the other majority approval scores for handling of only 2 issues ang national administration. There are 14 issues. Of all the 14, only 2 ang may approval scores for the administration. So it's the handling of OFWs, probably given a spike with the return of Mary Jane Veloso. Appreciation is plurality lang dun sa defense of national territorial integrity. This relates to the China and West Philippine Sea issues. Okay. And finally, ito yung mga major issues. Protecting the welfare, responding to the needs. On everything else, not very good. So, ano yung important dito? Positive. Protecting the environment, 40% versus 39%. Helping farmers, 40%. Fighting criminality, ambivalent siya. Becomes more manifest, protecting the welfare. Okay na? Sabi ni Nine Kitasawa, parang nakakaloko si Cheese mataas. And there is no context. Dito pag binasa ninyo, wala siyang konteksto. Bakit mataas ang rating ni Cheese Escudero? Well, ang tingin ko dyan is there are several factors. Number 1, may showbiz na asawa. Number 2, relatively new. There's not much for him to do. So, there's not much room. There's no mistake. Diba? Wala kang ginagawa, wala kang masyadong mali. Therefore, yun, the approval will be in the positive area. Ano magiging basis? Diba? On the other hand, daming ginagawa si Inday. There's many reasons for us to comment. And with the full force of the admin bearing down on the Vice President para siraan siya, it's not a surprise. So yes, naintindihan ko, nakakaduda yung kay Cheese at daming nagsasabi. Sabi ni HRMR, di po ba malaki ang pagbaba ng trust and approval ratings ng Vice President? O tingnan natin kung ilan ang binaba niya. From before. Previews. Ay, walang nakalagay. Nila Ay, ito. Negative views as regards the performance and trustworthiness of the VP, notable during this period, 14 and 12 percentage points respectively, 14 and 16. Ay, hindi nakalagay kung ilan ang binabaan niya from the last survey. So wala tayong indication. But yes, of course, di ba, normally she's rating at 60 to 70% or positive of 50%. So ngayon medyo totoo yan, meron talagang binaba. She has taken a hit dito. Pero disapproval for and distrust in the House Speaker became much more pronounced. So ang negative views ng Vice President, Luzon and Visayas, tapos mostly Class D. Trust rating with in Luzon, bumaba, pero still mataas. Dumaba, negative 10. Metro Manilans, much more critical of the Vice President's work now. In terms of indecision, Mindanaoans became more ambivalent, plus 9 percentage points. But the level of indecision about her trustworthiness increases. Sabi ni Fran De Leon, that survey is fake written all over. I don't think that we should ignore it. Even if sa tingin ko is, mayroon talagang there is, doon pa lang sa pag-describe, sa contextualization nito, puro negative on the part of the Vice President and the former President, whereas they tried to be more objective with regard to the President, the Senate President, and the House Speaker. So, imposibleng hindi yan naapektuhan. Gayon pa man, we cannot ignore that there are issues that the Vice President needs to address. Now, base din dito sa survey na ito, yung reason kung bakit bumaba ang trust and approval ratings ng Presidente ay dahil sa inflation. Primary driver niyan is inflation. So, madaling sabi yung hindi inaasikaso pagkain, tubig, kuryente, internet, etc. It's in the survey results. Hindi nila binigyan ng nararapat na pansin dun sa mga basic needs. Tumataas ang inflation, and so on. So, despite the posting at saka yung ina-announce nila na mayroon tayong 6% growth, hindi nararamdaman ng mga tao. At yan ang primary reason bakit bumaba ang ratings ng Presidente. For the Vice President, ano yung reason kung bakit bumaba? Primarily, the perception of graft gawa sa Quadcom. So, kung ang Quadcom ay humingi ng reward, meron na silang basis para hingin yan kay House Speaker, di ba? I get it. We don't like the results. Okay, we don't like it. Nobody likes it. And we don't like the way they contextualized it either. Hindi siya talaga objective. Or it doesn't sound objective. Ganun na lang sabihin natin. Can we afford to ignore this? No. Are we saying this is wholly true? Maybe it isn't. The point is, we must listen anyway. Okay? Bakit? Maapektuhan pati yung ating ginagawa, yung ating mensahe sa ating mga mamamayan. For the moment, ignore natin si Cheese. Hindi si Cheese ang concern natin. Si Vice President lang ang concern natin. We know that the President's trust rating is still falling. Okay? We know that the House Speaker cannot rise to the level, but we know that yung kay VP Inday, movable pa yan. We can bring it back up. Bakit may tama? Binakbakan nila ng binakbakan doon sa confidential funds. So if you take even a random sampling survey across internet, ang binabakbak ng mga trolls kay VP Inday, simple lang. Pakita daw yung liquidation and confidential funds, etc. Ang argument natin dito is that they should not have opened that up to begin with. So parang ang pinalalabas ng kabila is that may tinatago si VP Inday. The fact is, wala nang nakatago. Ang kulang na lang talaga ay the details. Kasi pag sinabi nilang anong ginawa mo sa confidential funds, maliwanag. May operation. Maliwanag na nagtitik-tik sila, nagbabantay sila ng mga abusers, ng mga recruiters, and so on. So it's not a secret. Pero ang sinasabi ng mga ang pinaniniwalaan ng mga tao, yung rant ng mga kongresista when they say, ano bang ginawa mo sa pera? Maliwanag because they got the data. They know what she did. She used the money for operations to protect the students against abusers, both the SA type and the drug type, as well as to protect them from recruitment. So, kumpleto naman, may informants, mayroong plano, mayroong operation. Now, she will not give details. What are the details here? The names of the operatives. Okay? The details of the operations. Bakit? Because it will endanger people. Ibig sabihin na the drown out in the noise yung defense ng Vice President. So, kailangan uulit-ulitin natin yan. It is not a secret anymore. Nilampas na, nilantad na ng Kongreso kung ano ang ginawa sa pera at wala silang masabi na hindi ito ginamit. Hindi nila masabi na hindi ito ginamit for its intended purposes. Ang gusto nila dun sa Quadcom, malaman yung mga pangalan. Gusto nila hindi pseudonyms ang gagamitin para sa mga operatiba. Pero kung hindi tayo gagamit ng mga pseudonyms doon sa liquidation, then mabibisto at mabibisto yung mga informants, which means their lives will be in danger. Okay. Sabi ni Edward, would it be possible that surveys results have been influenced by the manner? Yes, sinabi na nga natin yan. It's quite possible. Hindi ko pa nakikita yung questions, pero tignan mo the way they contextualized it. So uulitin ko ha, if you came in late, tinignan natin yung contextualization nila. Ito yung nangyari before and during the time the surveys were taken. Pag pinag-uusapan si VP Inday at saka si FPRD, na puro negative. The former president was in hot water. Diba? The vice president, graft ang issue sa kanya and corruption. Pag si presidente, yung inflation, it doesn't say that he was unable to control inflation. Hindi, parang they talk about it as though the inflation was beyond him. Sabi ni Elisa, it means ang mga tao naniniwala sa mga panira ng mga goons, ibig lang sabihin walang pakialam ang mga Pilipino. Ma'am, wala tayong sinasabing ganon. Unang-una, for you to be able to address the problem, you look at it critically. Huwag mong sasabihin, ay, ang mga tao, meaning lahat ng tao. Paano? You need the data on the people who don't believe. So, huwag mong sabihin ganyan, kasi tinutulungan mo lang yung kabila. Yung sabi mo, wala nang naniniwala, ganyan. Paano tayo ngayon if you're going to react that way? So, unang-una, if you want to help the country, parang awa nyo na, huwag nyo naman tulungan yung kalaban. Diba? Yung mga, ay, kawawa naman tayo, ganito yung nangyayari, tapos mag-sweeping generalization ka, sige, dismuko ka na lang. Pero tama, ito si Ma'am Josephine, money and machinations of people in power working against the VP. I'm not saying that this is accurate, ha? But what I'm saying is that we cannot afford to ignore it either. Now, tingin ko dyan is, sobrang lakas pa rin ni VP Inday because the congressmen and the senators are afraid of the people who support her, who back her up. Diba? So it is necessary na yung pag-contextualize dito ay may pitik din kay VP Inday, may pitik din kay former president. Sabi ni Alex, yung pseudonym justified nung binulatlat sa Congress, kaloka, paano kung totoong names ginamit nun? Sunod-sunod siguro EJK. I agree. But what we must understand is that we need to get the message across. Huwag tayong kampante because we are here to help the Vice President, to protect her. And the only way to protect her is to protect her with the truth. Kumbaga, yung dapat pag-explain natin dun sa mga kaibigan o sa mga kapamilya natin tungkol dito, ano ang kailangan natin i-argue, ano ang kailangan natin ipakita. Okay, sabi ni Lito, still I'm confident VP Sara wins if we're not saying the opposite. Ano ba? This is only a survey for this point in time. Meaning it is a snapshot of a period between September and November. That's it. Okay? Bakit kung please, this is the problem and that is why we're having difficulty in our communications. Okay? The difficulty is that when you see something, you apply it to the whole period. You apply it to forever. Yeah? You see a certain percentage of the population think this way. You think 100% of the population think this way. Pwede ba wag tayong masyadong madrama? This is merely a snapshot of this period in time. Now, that period has passed. Tapos na yun. Nasa mid-December na tayo. Okay? So, I am not here to demoralize you. What we are here to do is take a look at the data and adjust. What can we do to help the Vice President? Parating yung tinatanong yan sa akin. What can we do? Pero yung idea nyo ng what can we do ay magsampa ng kaso sa hukuman. Not everything goes to court. Not every solution is a legal solution. There are political solutions and yes, there are comms solutions. So what do? You keep talking. This is only a small period in time, which means things will change. In fact, that's the rule. Things will be changing. So if you want to push the Vice President back to the level of confidence prior to this period, then you have some work to do. Now, ito, sabi ni Alfredo, hindi daw sila tinatablan si Tatay at saka si VP Sara. Okay, napansin nyo na may binanggit sila tungkol kay former President Duterte, pero he is not in any of the surveys. Bakit in-include yung konteksto na yon? Ang pinapahiwatig nila is pag may tama si former President, may tama din si VP Inday without actually saying so. So the reason I'm pointing this out is because the contextualization does not appear to be very objective. So yun, tama kayo. Huwag niyang sabihin fake yung survey. I'm sure nag-conduct sila ng survey. But I would prefer the term possibly inaccurate. Bakit? Bakit napaka-nega pag si VP Inday at si former President, pero pag si Presidente, si Senate, President at saka si Speaker Martin medyo objective na. Sabi ni Philippines will keep talking. Correct. That's the plan. Okay? It means that we have to target certain areas. Kung mayroon tayong nakikita, o ito, dito hindi na-explain ito ng maayos. So we will explain that further. So, yung sa presidente, tama yung strategy natin, remember? Pagkain, tubig, kuryente, internet, etc. The main driving factor to the decrease in the ratings of the president, inflation. Actually, the way that the economy has been moving, or the way the economy is right now, mataas ang presyo ng pagkain, mataas ang cost of living, tumataas ang taxes. Di ba? Nakita natin, nagdagdag ng mga taxes na naman. Puro tayo import, hindi tayo masyadong nag-e-export. Ine-explain pa nila, hindi, kaya tumaas ang imports natin dahil may mga infrastructure. At this is driven by the importation of steel. Ngek, talaga? Bakit walang natatapos kung ang tataas ng imports natin due to the importation of steel? Bakit walang natatapos na proyekto? These are questions that we need to ask. Sabi ni Perlito, the survey is commissioned by Tambak for cheese, testing the waters. You observed? Saan po nakalagay? Double check ko. Nakalagay ba yan dito? Kung sinong nag-commission or is this a non-commissioned survey? Walang nakalagay na commissioned or non-commissioned survey to. So the presumption is it is a non-commissioned survey. O, tingnan ninyo. Balik tayo dun sa konteksto. It starts with impeachment complaints against the Vice President. NBI issued a subpoena against her. Doon sa Presidente, West Philippine Sea, at saka taxes. Yung kanya to encourage further investments. Tingnan yan, problem areas yan. Pero ito yung areas kung saan positive yung response ng mga tao. In the 14 issues, ito lang, West Philippine Sea at saka itong create more. Ang only reason for the positive response. But in the other 12 issues, nega kay Presidente. Okay? Pero tingnan mo yung pagka-phrase. Amid the continuing tension, the President signed 2 laws defining boundaries of Philippine maritime zones, yada-yada, ganyan. Tignan nyo dito. President issued EO calling for a ban on Philippine offshore gaming operations. As if this was one of the reasons kung bakit nagho-hold yung impression sa presidente at hindi siya bumagsak ng tuloy-tuloy. Really? Pag tingnan niyo the way they narrated yung kay President Duterte, former President Rodrigo Duterte finally appeared on 11 November before the Quad Committee that is investigating reported abuses linked to his administration's war on drugs. During the said hearing, the ex-president dared the ICC to come to the Philippines to investigate him for his alleged crimes against humanity. He never used this term. Related to his administration's anti-illegal drugs campaign. It does not include here yung mga quotable quotes niya that people are that his followers and so many others have been sharing online. Walang ganon. And in fact, the general impression is natabla ni Presidente Duterte yung Quadcom. Hindi nila siya masagwat. They could not control him. Tapos found himself in hot water. How is he in hot water? He's the former president. He is immune for he cannot be made answerable or liable for official acts as president. So how can you be in hot water with the Department of Justice? Tapos nilalagay niya, and with the AFP. Paano siya in hot water with the AFP? So, because if remarks he made in a press conference where he called on the military to protect the Constitution, why would it be wrong to call on the military to protect the Constitution when it is written in the Constitution? How is that wrong? He asked the military, until when will it continue to support a drug addict of a president? How is this illegal? How will he be in hot water? So far, this is still protected speech. Tinatanong lang niya, ganong katagal niyo susuportahan yung ganyan? It's not illegal because the Constitution says the AFP is the protector of the people and of the state. So how are his words illegal? So we must look at that. Bakit ganyan yung salita dito sa kanilang survey? Sabi ni Ma'am Josephine, we need to help by boosting posts explaining the confidential funds. Pwedeng targeted ang boosting. I think that it's simple. Halimbawa, Pasukin ka ng tol, sabihin ng tol, si Miss Piatos. Look, what they're doing is classic PR. They use shortcuts, yung Piatos na yan. That's why the congressman, even if nakalagay Piati doon sa signature, doon sa documents that were presented to the Quadcom, they insisted on calling it Piatos. Bakit? To make fun of the Vice President. Baklasin nyo yan. So understand what they are doing here para hindi kayo makumbinsi. Sabi ni Isul, I did the talk po. I started with the oldies who are diehard Marcos. Thank God they understand and they will keep spreading the gospel that I have shared. And I will keep talking kahit one person at a time. Yes, that's what we should be doing. But now we have a direction. We have to be more clear in the explanation that VP Inday has provided naman to us. In order for us to help her and to prevent an injustice being committed against her, then, let's focus. Now, may mga nagsasabi that this might not be accurate and might have been released for political purposes. I agree that there might be some truth to that statement. Bakit? Because they are looking for a basis to not be afraid to file the case. Na kung hindi man ito totoo, it makes the congressman feel kampante na, ay, suportado naman pala. Ay, naniniwala pala yung mga tao na kurakot si VP. Well, good luck with that. If you don't take this with a grain of salt, that's also dangerous. Bon, that's not a question. Sabi niyo, bakit pag-renew pangkisa ng Meralco at IBC 13 sa Kongreso? What is the question? That's not a question. Bakit pag-renew? Is that a question? Or are you asking, bakit nire-renew? Tapos na po, patapos na yung pangkisa. It's up for renewal. You have only a certain number of years and then you have to, renew. Ganun talaga. Yes, ang IBC 13, patapos na ang prangkisa niyan. Sabi ni Sebio, tama ito. This is another thing. Yung failure of the president to live up to his promises. And his promises were largely economic-based also. Itong pangako, sabi ni Sebio na may sariling production plant for iron ore para magkaroon tayo ng supply ng steel. Naging going. Tama. Nangako yung 20 pesos na bigas, di ba? Hindi natuloy. Nangako ngayon, dadami, lalawak ang mga benepisyo sa PhilHealth. Ay, good luck. Parang feeling ko, hindi kakayanin. Gusto nga ni House Speaker, isuspindi yung payments ng premiums Paano ka magpapalawak ngayon ng mga benepisyo? Unless talagang iniipit nila yung benepisyo ng ordinaryong mamamayan, pero they're living it up dyan sa PhilHealth. Posible, we are losing a lot to corruption. Okay, this is good. Sabi ni Ma'am Joy, the trust rating survey results were also posted by a major news site in our province. It was flooded with laugh emojis and the comments are filled with sentiments of anger and disbelief. So, this means also that if these are questionable, tingnan nyo nga questionable na siya dun sa wording pa lang. The timing is also something that we need to look at. So, natatakot ang mga natatakot ang mga kongresista. Natatakot because they want to file an impeachment complaint. But they are afraid of public sentiment. So publishing this might convince the people na, ay, konti lang pala tayo. Or the congressman might think na, ay, konti lang pala ang naniniwala kay VP Inday. And they will proceed with the impeachment. Sabi ni Alfredo, lahat ng galing palengke o grocery ngayon nabigla sa bilis ng taas presyo at taas kuryente. Kung katabi si Bangag, mapapatukan daw. I agree. Okay? That is quite possible. Bon, please ask a question. That is not a question. Andito si Fafi Spaki. Hi, Fafi. Kamusta? Alam mo kagad na si Spaki kasi may bola kagad dun sa Bakit po ang ganda and talino ninyo, madam? Fafi Spaks, baka hinahanap mo si Ahmed, Tawagan mo sa messenger. Sabi ni Ma'am Regina, surveys pro-admin, therefore I stand firm to continue explaining to my kin to look at the bigger picture of what's going on now, what's going on during the former admin. Okay? So what does this mean? Again, in the end, what does this mean? Baka hinihito tayo. Alam nyo, sasabihin natin na maniwala tayo dyan, Baka hinihito tayo dito. Bakit napaka-nega? Masuspot nyo kagad, Bakit napaka-nega when they're talking about the VP and President Duterte? As if it was an annus horribilis for them. And this is only a snapshot of one portion. What? September to November ba? Teka, tingnan natin ulit. Ang period is November 26 to December 3 lang. ang survey field work. But, ang sabi nila, it was affected by the impeachment complaints filed in the first week of December. Nakadalawa daw kagad. So, hindi nila ba nakita yung reaction to the impeachment complaints na galit ang mga tao? Parang this is, parang may disconnect, So I don't, so I understand completely kung bakit may mga laughing emojis dyan. Sabi ni Isul, yes, I included explaining about the CF ni VP and it's all politically motivated. I showed them the video of the president and even asked them if they thought all those promises started man lang. Well done. O, di ba? So, ang galing. So, this is where we walk the talk. The vice president is constantly being attacked. And this, if this is not true, we'll premise it with that. If this is not accurate, the timing of its being released is intended to make the vice president look bad, additionally bad, kumbaga even worse than what Congress is trying to portray her to look. Ito. Inuulan tayo ng trolls dito, Nagpalit na yan. Naka-OT yata ang mga trolls dito sa TikTok. Pero, and if you will notice, wala na naman. Okay, number one, I'm going to talk about the trolls. Okay? And I'm going to talk about them seriously. Why? Because it is part of communications. So, please do not say, huwag niyong pansinin. Papansinin ko talaga yan kasi ginagamit pera ng taong bayan to use people against us. So, we will deal with them and look at the issues that they raise seriously if they are serious issues. But we will also look at them to see the reactions, kumbaga, how they are reacting to us. So, look, in the past few minutes, ang sinasabi ng trolls, gutom lang yan. Okay? As though hunger is something to be laughed at. Bakit nila nire-raise yung gutom? Because one of the things that the president is being held to task is the price of food. So nung sinabi ko, Mr. President, gutom na kami. Gutom na ang taong bayan. They're laughing at it. Parang sinasabi nila, we, gutom. Which is very bad communications. Because it means for them na pag gutom ang pinag-uusapan, they should laugh at it. It is a laughing matter. Okay? That is why the president's ratings are tumbling because of his refusal to address the issue of food. That's one of them. Electricity, tumaas ang kuryente. Taas ang kuryente, bababa ang plus ratings niya. Okay. Ano pa? So, watch, the trolls are actually speaking for the admin. So, wag niyo akong sasabihan na wag niyong pansinin. Because it is important for us also to look at the informal spokespersons of the admin. Okay? Next. What else are they saying? Matanda ka na. Matulog ka na. What does that mean? It means they are incapable of conducting argumentation. They have no data. They're not bringing out any data. They're not explaining anything. All they are doing is attacking. Okay, now, I understand this is a strategic move on their part. Bakit? May mga tao who will not think. Kunwari, banatan ka ng banatan na ganyan, huy, ang pangit mo, huy, tumahimik ka, laki ng bunganga mo, kamukha mo, sige, whatever. Kung madali kang masaktan, titigil ka magsalita. Kung madali kang masaktan, magla-lock profile ka. Kung madali kang masaktan, you will stop defending. Kung madali kang masaktan, di ba, mapapaisip ka, why am I doing this? So, the point of these people is to discourage you. And that's all they can do. Because reason and the law are on our side. So, pagka ganun, reason, the law, and hello, common sense lang talaga, if they are on your side, the only thing that they can do is personalin ka. So, huy, ang pangit mo, huy, tanga ka, yung mga ganyan. Yan, sabi ni Renji, gawain po ni barbers yan, madaling masaktan niya. Pero in their case, madali na nga. Isipin nyo, they're so powerful, may immunity from suit sila, pero tayo wala. They threaten us with lawsuits while they safely sit in their air-conditioned offices and throw insults at us knowing that they are immune from suit. Yeah? Yan ang tinatawag yung abuse of power. Yan ang abusado. Yung, ako pwede kitang, insultuhin, pero ikaw di mo pwede gawin yan sa akin because I'm a congressman. Yan ang Yan ba ang gusto natin ng mga namumuno sa atin? Sabi ni Perlito, compare the Christmas during pandemic, medyo may spirit pa. Totoo yan. This time walang vibrant atmosphere sa mga Christmas decor in every home, sa sobrang mahal ng bilihin, save na lang sa expenses. I agree. O, di ba? So ano yun? So, kumbaga, this survey should not discourage you and on the other hand should make you angry. Because it flies against everything that we know right now. And in fact, the congressmen who have their own private surveys, commission surveys being done, are still massively afraid of VP Inday. Which gives rise to the suspicion, is this accurate? Gerald says, going into the Christmas season, Congress is going into shopping spree at HOR. Nauto nila ang Senate by passing a scrap budget pero ang purpose ay ma-reenact ang budget para solo lang nilang akap at X blessing to them in disguise. Not only that, in the 2024 budget, magkano ang ayuda? 800 billion. Remember that. So pag re-enacted ang 2024 budget, you have more than the 250 billion allocated under the 2025 National Expenditure Program. Sabi ni Renji, wag daw po gumastos sa Christmas party ng todo, pero sila Christmas party, millions lang naman. Nga naman. Sabi ni Joe, congressman sila pa dapat mahiya dahil binoto sila ng taong bayan. Correct. You must live simply. Pero walang sumusunod doon, ha? Walang sumusunod dun sa dapat simple ang buhay. Hindi ka magarbo masyado dahil ang ginagamit mo pera ng bayan. Pasweldo ka, pakain ka. Pagasolina pa kadalasan. Pag bumabiyahe, sagot ng taong bayan. Mahiya naman kayo. Hindi naman natin sinasabing, uy, kailangan mag-bus ka, di ba? Kailangan yung mga nakakotse ka and all that. Pero naman, huwag kayong abusado. So yes, you can enjoy your parliamentary immunity. Pero yung kakasuhan mo yung mga tao na walang immunity, tapos ikaw ine-enjoy mo yung immunity mo at ikaw ang nang-iinsulto, you sue people for doing what you're doing in the safety of your parliamentary immunity. Kaloka. So, muli, isa na namang survey na malamang binabasura natin ngayong araw na ito. Alam nyo, if they had just explained it in an objective way, kung yung pag-describe nila sana ng konteksto ay objective, baka naniwala pa ako. Naniniwala ako na hindi yan complete lies, no? Complete fabrication. Malabo po yan kung complete fabrication. We still have to look. It means we still have to explain. We have to continue explaining the defenses of VP Inday Sara Duterte. Tawa nga ako kasi bakit, affected? Bakit meron pang mention na yung pag-mention nila sa mga sinabi ni Rodrigo Duterte, puro yung mga nega. And hello, hindi nga masyadong pinapansin yung issue ng ICC. Even their own survey reflected that before. ICC is not an easy issue for people to appreciate. The WPS also not an easy issue to appreciate. So they rely on sweeping generalizations. They rely on gimmicks. They rely on base instinct. Halimbawa, mahirap i-explain yung jurisdictions sa WPS. So ano naman gagawin nila? Go into racial discrimination. Ayag ba kayo na gamitin niya ng inject? Ayan na. Demonizing people who share heritage with us. Pa-DNA testing tayo. Tingnan natin kung ilan ang meron yan sa DNA natin. A lot of our ancestors had come from Taiwan. And of course, China. But I'm talking about yung sa deep time, the out of Taiwan theory. As parallel to the out of Africa theory. Sabi ni JC9, when they resort to ad hominem attacks, you know they already lost the argument. Kaya nga nakakatawa dyan sa X, wala talaga silang ibang magawa kung hindi mang asar ng personal. Mga sinasabi, huy, tumahimik ka na nga. Parang ganon. Talaga, sa akin talaga kung makahirit, talaga, Trixie, dumaldal ka na naman. So, natatawa na lang ako. I don't even bother answering them because they look stupid. You present an entire argument here, or kaya pinapakita yung rara speech doon sa meet and greet ni na Senator Bato, tapos galit sila. Ba't kayo nagagalit? Huwag kayo makinig. Sabi ni Ma'am Mary May, basagin fit ng mga trolls na yan, baka naghahabol ng quota kasi magpapasko na. O, sige, tignan ninyo. Pulse Asia survey on the November 24 to December 3, strong rating for Senator Go, 54.7, Senator Bato, 36.9, and Tolentino with a dismal rating of 20.2. Baka ito mas accurate. Sabi ni Spaki, Marcos Jr. should veto that AX, AKAP, Tupad, Ayuda, portions of the Congress-approved budget if he really wants to show that there still remains an ounce of delicadeza in him. I hope he is strong enough. But I won't hold my breath, Papi Spax. Sabi ni Rina, honestly po, may effect po paninira kay VP. My family members ako na surprisingly naniniwala. Kaya todo paliwanag ako sa kanila to see the political motives and the bad effects of Ayuda. So tayo din, todo explain. Sabi ni Ladybug, your analysis is spot on. Tama po kayo about their trolls. Maraming salamat for giving clarity how the troll game is being played. Yes, they're not bothering to argue. They will not argue. They're trying to demoralize you. So, parang hindi ka na mag-post, hindi ka na magsalita, tatahimik ka na lang. But that's deadly to our cause. The reason we are strong is because we speak out. Kaya nga umaangal yan si Kong Abante, may privileged speech pa. Meron pa siyang directive to vloggers. Di ba? Sabi ni Busog Kid, tama po ba sabihin yung mga nagsampa ng impeachment ay gumagamit ng religious sector para magmukhang malakas tignan? How are they doing that? Yung third complaint. I understand na may right sila pero di pa rin maiwasan na magduda na ginagamit lang sila. It doesn't matter. What's important is that they filed suit. Now, who are the people behind this and what is driving them? Sabi ni Alex, nga pala, attorney, ang ganda ng speech mo noon, andun si Batogo, Bundok at Salvador. Sobrang uplifting. Salamat po. Yes, that's why babakbakin lang nila ng babakbakin yan. Now, that speech is not intended to, iba kasi ang broadcast platforms. Iba-iba yung mga plataforma. Ang speech pag nasa, nasa rally, ang speech pag nasa closed groups, ang speech pag nasa, open air auditoriums, etc. Iba-iba yan. And angkop yan for a particular audience. So, kung ang mga ito, mag-i-insist na, they have to speak in a certain way, pero they're viewing it on the social media platform. Ang babakbak lang talaga yung mga yan. Ma'am Josephine says yung mga pronouncements ng Quad regarding their findings were so full of unfounded info coming from witnesses and resource persons with questionable background. Totoo yun. At hearsay, it was solely aimed to destroy the Dutertes, truly showing the people what they are made of. Totoo yan. In fact, for me, in my opinion, the Quadcom hearings was a massive propaganda affair. It's a PR thing. It's propaganda designed to demonize former President Duterte and the Vice President as well. Sabi ni Clara, nakakabahala naman na VP and FPRD lang ang kinakasuhan. Sila yata ang nakakahalang sa mga plano nila. Well, no-brainer na po yan, ma'am. Natawa nga ako kasi there are these people who think, who namimersonal sila, chikahan lang po kayo. They think na dahil sinampi na ako ng NBI, I am facing a case. Ang kilay ko talaga dumikit sa ceiling. Kasi ang feeling ko is, you're not even bothering. You're using me for your propaganda efforts. Parang lumalabas na simply by issuing a subpoena against me, pwede na akong i-portray na kriminal. O sige, galingan ninyo. Kasi naman ang participation ko doon sa speech ni VP Inday except to serve as audience. Witness. Kaya nga po ako pinatawag ng NBI dahil ako ay saksi. So, nakakaano na, parang, kapag kumuha ko sa salita niya, kaya nga, questionable yan, pinatawag yan ng NBI. Yeah, it must be, how do you breathe? Seriously, I mean, you have to think about it before you take a breath. Because I swear, I don't know how you function with such, minimal brains.